Good morning, everybody.
My phobia is getting pulled over by the police.
Man, my heart dropped every time.
We are the morning show that you can watch at night. Did you know that?
Because it's teaching, in my personal humble opinion, young women that you don't have to really go out there and get a real job. You can look pretty and spend your days, see who you can date, and become Instagram famous. And then you too can be fabulous every day. It's an unrealistic expectation of you.
But we're going downhill from here.
Little balled up stomachs.
Nobody wants to own up to anything they've done to African American people over the past 400 years. You want to take everything that we got, everything that we brought this country, forget, you know what? I love indigenous people. I love everything.
I always talk about the movements. Why people keep doing stupid stuff and why I don't get the Black Lives Matter movement and all this other stuff. And then I'm like, well, why don't I just start my own thing?
A whole entire country was built on the backs of...
Hey, listen, y'all know what time it is. Mr. Lee Black, holla. Oh, my. Look at those words. Okay, holla at him for a second.
This is not 9 minutes and 49 seconds sitting on somebody's neck. This is an officer doing a very difficult job, right? That should have been avoided before it happened.
Did you really mean that? And I was like, yes, absolutely, I did mean that. With my whole being and my whole heart.
TFG tonight with Brenton, Haynes and the morning team.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday.
Thank you so much, Strange Tasius. I appreciate you this morning. Good morning, y'all. I'm late to work and I apologize, but you know what? It's okay. You know, maybe we're going to get to some place where we're maybe have a different work week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about it though. Good morning, Southeast Africa. Are y'all on that time zone? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you and to the crew. And I just want to say, y'all know how we do when y'all come in, say what's up. And y'all know we love them stickers. And I'm not talking about the kind that my son get at school either. Okay. All right. So y'all know how we do it. Bring the family on, ma'am, so we can get started. I am running late. Ma'am and sirs. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm telling y'all, listen, I apologize. The car wouldn't start. And so, you know what I'm saying? We've all been there before, right? It just, I don't know.
That's right.
I mean, especially if you got one on the house, still have the carburetor. You gotta let that boy warm up, you know?
Yeah, man. You gotta give it some love. You gotta give it some love, brother.
I know I did. Well, you know. But hey, how's everybody doing?
Just
Pretty good.
Just peace.
Y'all, listen, we got a fantastic show for y'all, and I'm not gonna play because they on my back again this week, but we're gonna be all right. We got a new segment coming tonight, this morning. So I'm excited. I think Lee got something to talk about, and y'all listen. This is Black History Month, so why not spend a minute about talking about a couple of things? Is that all right? I'm gonna talk.
That's all
Let's
right
give
with
us a
me.
minute to talk about it. That's all right. We're gonna do that. All right. Listen. Without further ado, I really don't know what does further ado mean. Is that French? I never understood. I don't even know why we say it. Further ado. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But let's keep up with them Trumps. Donald been busy, y'all. So listen, he is getting ready for 2024, but maybe not the way y'all think. Like, he got a lot of problems right now. And so it was brought to my attention by a media team that told us what Donald Trump has headed for in the future. Ma'am, do you have that picture for me so we can see? Donald is actually about to get involved into a new career. There's nothing wrong with having new careers, right? You get into something new, you dabble, you dibble, and you do a little something. So they sent out a press release to Mar-a-Lago. Y'all know that's his spot, right?
Right.
So all of a sudden, he's incentivizing the guests to now come and party with a new DJ. We like a good DJ, right? I mean, you want to have a DJ that do pretty good. Well, guess who the DJ finna be?
Who?
Donald Trump. So my man is putting on a party, and he's saying that he gonna be the DJ and come rock with DJ Donald Trump on the ones and twos.
Okay.
What are you playing? Number one, I mean, who gonna come here, DJ Donald Trump? I mean, to be honest with you, I think the man is just hustling. He's trying to milk this thing for what it worth. He's really not trying to run, because if he do, they're gonna really come get him. And this is kind of like, it's like you are really erratic, bro. Like, who wants to come listen to you DJ? And you know you ain't DJing, clown.
Man, come on, man. Really?
I mean, is he gonna play the old school hits, y'all?
How much he charging? I know it's a charge. It ain't free, so I want to know how much the tickets.
Listen, if we got to ask, we can't afford it, right?
Well,
and that's the truth,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, you know what time it is. I mean, listen now. He gonna bring in all the bells and whistles. He gonna be just a drunk uncle on somebody's turntable. What Martin Lawrence say on House Party? Say, man, stop bumping my table, bro.
Shit.
I
know one cat that's gonna be there. Kanye West will. I guarantee you. He'll
and
be there.
I'm glad you
That's
brought his
hilarious.
name up, because I will say this: one fool makes many. It's just been revealed about his finances, what we all suspected anyway. He's never been as rich as he has purported himself to be, and this man is in serious debt. Where the government might not have been able to take him down, the Democratic Party might not be able to take him down, good old-fashioned finance, it might be the very thing that truly derails him, because the bank loans are due on all of these properties, and he's mortgaged to the hilt. It's no coincidence that his lenders are all from foreign countries. He can't borrow in America. So a strategic thing to do is to he already caricature of himself. And this is an event that, with one fool makes many, like you said, they're willing to pay.
Man,
Mm-hmm.
and listen, and he done stacked a lot of paper since he been out of office, like all that campaigning. There it is. MSNBC is reporting great music will be played during dinner on Friday and Saturday evenings, with President Trump playing the role as DJ. The music will be amazing. It will be lots of fun and will go until the late evening. For those who will be unable to be seated, the bar will be open for drinks. Again,
they all old as hell, so when they say late evening, they mean they gonna be gone by 8.
Because you know, I think they all driving golf carts, right? So
yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, again, like I said, he's made so much money, and he ain't gave not one dime to the RNC, not one, because he's keeping it for himself.
Right,
like you said, Black, he got stuff he got to pay, and he don't never pay with his own money.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
He still
he
ain't
never
gonna
have
do it
done
now.
that.
Nope,
Right.
never have. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's keeping up with Donald. So y'all know. I'm just saying, if y'all want a good time. Well, if you're in Mar-a-Lago, we ain't hanging out no way, so it don't even really matter, right?
Frankie Beverly and Mays ain't gonna be there, so I ain't.
No. Maybe Frankie from Love and Basketball. What was old girl mama? Oh no, she died.
Oh, she gone.
Let me not talk about the dead. All right, I'll leave the dead alone. All right, what we got next, ma'am? I'm 8 minutes in, so I'm doing good. Look at me.
Look at you, brother.
Listen, yeah. So listen, speaking of Trump and his henchmen, I want to talk about Rudy Poo, and formerly known as Rudy Giuliani, formerly known as How You Get Fired on Your Day Off, Tommy. Rudy was on The Masked Singer. I mean, you got Trump a DJ, you got Rudy dressing in drag or whatever they dress up like. Are y'all kidding me? What'd you say, Shante? He's prided himself on that story about how he was. Well, we're gonna see if his words gonna be used against him in the court of law. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But so Rudy is doing his own entertainment. He was on The Masked Singer. Apparently, I've never watched the show. Have y'all watched the show?
I have never watched it either.
I mean,
know about it.
I watched segments of it because I wanted to see like Candy Burris on it, but I've never watched like a whole show.
Oh, Candy was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, she don't like putting clothes on though. So okay, anyway, she had some dungeon stuff.
Yeah. She had that dungeon thing she was doing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay,
yeah.
Well, that's not a family type show, so I guess. So Rudy was on the show, y'all, and I guess they do a reveal. I don't know if he lost and he had to reveal himself or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he took his mask off, and old boy and them they walked off stage. A couple of the judges walked off because it was him. And like we're making everything political now, but I get it, man. Like everybody just want to make money. So that's what you say. Yeah. Oh yeah. She was. Yeah. So I mean, what are these boys doing? Y'all got people after y'all. Why y'all out here trying to entertain people right now? Is it just the way of the white man? They just have, you know, nerves of steel, and it just don't bother them, right? It's
America. It's America. The great sadness is that, or positive, depending on how you look at it, is we are forgiving people. And I call it a great sadness in the sense that these are some of the most vile, despicable people that ever held an office and could care less about the little people, so to speak. And yet, here they are able to reinvent themselves. And if you want to blame somebody, the very people that they're against, the people on the left or the right, you know, wherever they fit at this point, because they hate the media, but they're able to go to the media and they give them this platform. The reality is there would never have even been an election of Donald Trump if it wasn't for the media. The people he hates and claims that they're false, they gave this man multiple millions of dollars in free publicity. And so it's no excuse that somebody as vile as Rudy Giuliani can go on a family-friendly show and all is forgiven. So I admire the two people that walked off in protest to a certain extent, that they were just making a statement.
You know, it's funny, and I'm gonna let the other two go. It was on Fox. And that's funny.
Oh, is that what it's on? Yeah, okay.
That's what the show is on, right? Fox. And it's like,
is it? Okay.
I was like so blown away. I was like, only Fox. He would never go on The Bachelor because that's on ABC. They ain't playing with you. And NBC show ain't gonna let you on there. I don't even think NBC got I don't even know NBC ain't had a show ever. Whatever. But that's so funny to see the affiliates. I know it came from that right side of the Fox, right? That said, put him on. Because it's funny, y'all. If y'all just really think about that, that's literally what show he went on. The one that's aligned with Fox. So funny.
I think it was just to do exactly what we're doing now. I think they knew that it would spark controversy. I think they knew all of that. They just wanted people to talk about it and watch it. The ratings must suck. We all know that. I haven't watched it, have no interest, but we all know that man probably couldn't hold a tune in a bucket. They did all of that for the shock value when he was revealed and for them to walk off and all that stuff. Because let's face it, the judges on that show are all in a totally different tax bracket than people like some of us, and would sit at a dinner table and have dinner with them in a minute when it come to money. But I think it was all just for a statement. You know what I'm saying? It was I don't believe none of it. And it was Fox, and they say, well, maybe this will get people to all of a sudden show interest in this show that's boring as hell and trash because no one watches it.
Well, Kenny?
Yeah.
You in there.
Yeah, man. Devin, my two co-hosts, they hit it out the park, man. You know, this guy is here's the thing. There's no such thing as bad publicity. So if you can use the media as we are easily usable, if that's a word, I think that's the word. We are easily usable because of, just like Devin said, it's the shock value. And guess what? People like to watch shock stuff. People like to watch controversy. We like that kind of crap. We could care. We know Rudy Giuliani is straight garbage. We know that, but people still gonna watch him. We know Trump is straight garbage, but people gonna still watch him. And again, like Brother Black said, it's the media's fault. We created this monster. The media has created these monsters, and they're gonna use it to their advantage. So I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
Listen, I've learned years ago, at least about 7 years ago, we thought it was 4 branches of government, but it's 5. And the media is 5th. You know what I'm saying? And they will manipulate the dumbest of the dummies.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's all they doing, man, making money.
Hurting us.
Exactly.
Yes, they are. So shout out to Brittany.
Quick fly into this for people who don't think about what they do before they do it. I have a classmate, y'all, just really quickly, who it was a horrible shooting in Corsicana recently. This dude shot.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
One's a classmate. God, rest the soul of her son. He was shot, and they're like wanting us to donate money. And I haven't graduated from my petty because she a lot of us Black people, and she's a flaming Trump supporter and anti-Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
I mean, I send prayers to you and your family, and I mean it. But I wish I would donate a napkin.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you either.
So people and things like that, they really need to just think about stuff before they do it, because you can't undo stuff like this. So some people may say the controversy is just foolishness and it may hurt them instead of help them. I'm just saying, you got to think.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Be nice in 2022, please. Come on.
Hey, I sent a shout out to God for him. I did my part.
I'll be nice to those that's nice to me. Plain and simple.
All right, well, that's where we headed in this country. Post metaverse, I tell you. Can't stand a chance. Ain't gonna stand a chance. Well, there we have it. Well, again,
I did, Shantae. I sent all the thoughts and prayers.
Shout out to Willie, Brittany, Real Estate Insider, which is flaming hot, man. Shantae, thank y'all for joining us. I know the rest of
thanks for joining the family. Yeah, appreciate
I know some of y'all watching. I take watching in secret as a flattering moment. So thank you to all those that are watching secretly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We call them lurkers. We know you lurking. Come on out there. Come on out that corner. We know you there.
That's all right. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all we were getting ready to introduce you guys to an amazing segment. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Madam. And she's not Wendy, but she's Devaney. And so Devaney's gonna bring us the hot celebrity news topics. Madam, take it away, please.
Okay, y'all. Well, I decided I spend a lot of time in my house minding my own business and getting in other folks. So I feel like, every now and then I just want to run some of this across, you folks, and see what y'all think about it. And the most recent thing that sparked my attention was Miss Whoopi Goldberg. If you don't know who she is, shame on you. She recently made a comment on The View stating that the Holocaust was not about race. It was instead about man's humanity against man. And as a result of this, Miss Whoopi got suspended for 2 weeks for her hurtful comments per the ABC president. And people have different opinions and thoughts based on this. And I don't know if you guys, heard about it, but I'm curious to know what some of you think. How do y'all feel about what they did to Miss Auntie Whoopi? And then I'll kind of give you my opinion. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, well, let me answer Willie's question. Well, Willie, I spoke to you because you spoke to us. I'm talking about the people that ain't speaking that's on watching. So yeah, no,
right.
Shout out to you.
Right. Now you good, Willie. You good.
Yeah. Keep watching. Thank you for joining us the first time. So what I think about Whoopi is, Whoopi, she's always been outspoken. She's been in a biracial marriage, so I don't really think she's racist unless she don't like Ted no more. I would say I don't really know what she meant by. I do know what she meant, but we're so highly sensitive about people's opinion, right? That yes, sir, yeah, man, for sure. Welcome to the family. People are so highly sensitive, right? Like you said, somebody's upset that you said you won't get a woman a napkin, and that's just real talk, right? But because our show is not highly publicized, well, it won't go nowhere. But because they have such a big platform where you have to be so careful. I mean, I'm not. That just ain't who I am, right? If they ain't gonna cancel Joe Rogan, well, they shouldn't be dealing with Whoopi Goldberg. I'm just saying.
Hot flash, he's been canceled.
No way.
Yeah, but he's been offered $100 million to go to another platform, though. So
see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So Spotify got rid of. Okay, I won't take away from your story. Go ahead. We'll talk about that in a minute. But so Whoopi, I'm just saying, Whoopi, she's opinionated, and now she's being vacuumed up by the cancel culture. That's how I look at it.
Well, my opinion is the one thing that you don't talk the two groups that you don't talk against, the LGBTQ, ABCD plus, whatever how you say it, and the Jewish community. When you say something negative against those two communities, you're gonna face some backlash, and you better buckle up your seatbelt and get ready to go on your apology tour, because you're gonna really have to do a whole bunch of apologizing. So, what do I think of her comments? I think she misspoke. I think she should not have spoke on something that she knows nothing about. I'll be honest with you. I know about the Holocaust from school, but I don't think, me being a black man, for me to say what happened against Jews, I don't think I'm qualified to speak on that history. I won't give an opinion, me personally. Just like I don't think that someone that doesn't look like me, white folks, should be speaking about slavery, because you can't relate. You're not qualified to speak on it. So yeah, she misspoke. Should she's been suspended for 2 weeks? I don't think so. But you got to remember, the head of ABC now is a black woman.
It was. And that was deep.
The president of ABC, she's a black woman, so she had to do something, or they would say, "Oh, look at you! We made you president, but you're gonna take care of your own people." So anyway, I don't think she should have been suspended for 2 weeks. I think she did misspoke, and again, she'll be on her apology tour. She'll be all right. Whoopi will be fine.
Well, she's already started her apology tour. She did that immediately, and that saves her job. But I disagree on a couple of points, Brother Kenny. I don't think she misspoke.
Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg is highly intelligent, and what she said was actually accurate. And I don't think you have to, in my humble personal opinion, because she made a bigger point. Now, if you want to look at it on a micro or macro level, on a macro level, she spoke the truth. It was about man's inhumanity towards man. You had a vile human being that thought of the most vile, inhumane ways to get rid of groups of people. But what we won't say out loud is, when we think of the Holocaust, we only associate it with the deaths of Jews. And that's frankly a fucking lie. Excuse me.
He said, frankly lie.
Truthfully speaking, gay people were persecuted, and Jehovah's Witnesses. They had to wear different emblems on their uniform, but that gets drowned out because, as you accurately spoke, my brother, the two groups of people in 2022 that you can't say anything about is Jews and gay people. But she spoke right, but because media, the grand giant of media, is owned primarily by Jewish
people. Yeah, exactly.
And so the reality is that she said what she meant, and he didn't. And here's the frank irony of it: the damn show is called The View, but she couldn't give her view.
Well, let's say one.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to say one more thing too before you close it out. I want us to make sure we understand one thing: the people who own every media outlet is the very people that she offended. Now,
pretty much
where I come from, you don't bite the hand that feeds you, right? So that's what Jews did. Jews started the entertainment industry, and they have it sold up every bit. So if you go all the way to the top, go up to the 36th floor, you're gonna see somebody with the last name. Well, I don't start stereotyping, but
and then her name is
Jewish last name,
and she using Goldberg. So the irony of that,
her faith is Jewish.
Yeah,
right.
That's
the irony
her faith.
of that.
And so I'm not, for the record, I'm not speaking anything negative against Jewish people. I'm just saying that it's ironic, but we in Me Too cancel culture. I'm sorry, Miss Devin.
No, you're totally fine. I think that what Whoopi was saying, that I had to educate myself. I thought it would be a really good teachable moment. I felt like instead of her being suspended, they should have used it the next day as like a teachable moment. Maybe
they did do that
for someone to explain kind of what that was, because my initial thought was, when you fill out an application and they ask you your race, do you hit other if you're Jewish?
Yeah,
or do you identify yourself as white? And there are so many people that I know who are Jewish, but I would never know they were Jewish unless they told me, or I caught them wearing a certain something just to identify them, because there's different ways that they may identify as Jewish. So I got that, and that was my initial thought. You know what I'm saying? Because they, to me, still show up in the world as white, and I thought Jewish was a religion, because I know people who are of Jewish faith who don't look like
Absolutely.
them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of put it in the category of like being Muslim and Hebrew, and that's kind of where I went with it initially. And then when I dug deeper and I kind of taught myself, and I was like, okay, I get it, and I can see why they may be offended. But I also don't think that she didn't have any malice or harmful intent behind it.
No.
So which is why I didn't think the suspension was merited, because there was a whole white woman that used to be on that show that said all kinds of things out of malice.
McCain, Megan McCain,
like major consequences. Yeah. But you know, I'm glad you guys gave me your input on it. And I think everybody pretty much kind of felt the same, and I still think it was a teachable moment. And I also agree that just like we don't want people speaking on Black people and how we feel and when we should be offended or not, that we also should respect that in the same. Thank you guys. How's it going?
Facts.
Thank you, ma'am, so much. I appreciate that. This is gonna be one of the best.
Miss Devin bringing that heat.
Yeah.
She brought that heat.
She was taking it easy on us. I know she's gonna give us some one of them VH1 BET shows.
Oh yeah, she gonna give us something that she gonna be cussing about in about.
Bravo,
give her another week.
Y'all act like y'all don't know Nene. You know Nene.
I know Nene before the nose job. I don't know Nene after the nose job.
Yeah, this new Nene, she off the chain. That's all I say about that.
But she's a widow now, so I don't. Yeah, it's different. All right, listen. 32 is the new 40. I know. I ain't talking about your age. Slow down, millennials. Now y'all slow down. I ain't about talking about y'all. Actually, we're talking about the new workforce. So normally, a full-time employee is considered, 32 hours would be considered full-time still, but up to 40. But now they want to make 32 the threshold. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I do my best, right? So apparently, and this is something that they've been kicking around for a few years, but in North America, 35 companies, around 20 plus global companies and countries are testing out a 4-day work week. In total, nearly 2,000 employees will be getting a paid day. Oh, they get a paid day off weekly through the course of the trial. These numbers don't include companies that have already adopted this shortened week program. The organizations run the gamut from small startups to large global corporations. The companies represent a wide array of sectors, including cultural analysis to health information, manufacturing, telco tech, and web design. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Now I will say this, we have a local. Well, maybe I don't know how many states it's in, but we got a company that's a taco shop, and they shut down on Sundays, but it's only because they ain't got people to work.
That's because
shut down.
Okay.
Now listen, I don't know how many people gonna be down with this, but would y'all be down with a 32-hour work week with a paid day off?
Yes, of course, I would.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think we'll see. I don't think we'll see it though. America. I love that movie with Michael Douglas, Wall Street, where he talk about greed. And he talks about, he equates America's economy, to a failing, company. And he talks about the power of greed. And that's what this country is built on the back of. Yep. We pretty it up, and when we say nice things about we call it the American dream and everything. But what this country really is about greed. And the reality is, you look at some other countries who've tried this already, like the article is talking about. It's about quality of life, and that's why they live longer than Americans. They don't suffer from obesity. There's not as much violence. But our economy is built on the back of stepping on a little man, not helping him feel better about himself. And so you may have a few companies that will try it out. As that article talks about startups and things like that. But trust and believe. Walmart ain't about to go there.
Yeah.
Now, before
Right.
they go there, they'll replace your monkey ass with a machine.
That's
but
what
they
they're
ain't
gonna do.
You know.
Yeah.
Already doing it. I think
Already.
Walmart in my city, they done took out at least 80% of the cashier checkouts, and they all self checkouts. And I was like, wow. So I will say this: you won't see this in the blue collar sector. This ain't gonna be the mid. This ain't gonna be the mid Americas. This is upper echelon. This is
Bingo.
the CEOs and. Yeah, like you want a 4-day week, you're gonna get a 10-hour shift or 12.
Because the company, the company that I just was previously working for, they do 4-day shifts, 10-hour days.
They want their 40, but they want their 40. They want their 40.
And then every other week you're gonna do a mandatory 5th day. So technically you ain't working 4 days a week, really. You working 4 days a week every other week. But you working 5 days, so I think it's a great idea. I think again, like Black said, it's not gonna happen in America because everybody wants to chase the bag. It's all about the bottom line. And then again, you stepping on the blue collar people. Them the ones that really, you should give them a little bit more of a better quality of life. But man, these companies ain't getting ready to do that.
But they just as greedy.
They are. A lot of the blue collar companies I see, they don't even want to work you 32 hours because they're scared they might have to pay you benefits.
Right. That's true. I didn't think that's true.
They keep you right up under 30, just enough.
That's true. You're right.
They don't have to help you fix it.
Right.
You better be at work that next week. So I sure don't see them, helping them do anything like that, unless somehow they feel like they can get some profit. But this current system we have now, they need to think of something. If it's not, 32 for 40, because I'm tired of all the signs. Patient, we have no staff. Like everywhere I go.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell y'all, salary workers are the new slavery workers because y'all ain't. They set y'all suckers up. 40 hours, flex your time. What flex? You better that 40 gonna turn into 80 real quick, right? And you still getting that 40-hour salary. So. Sorry, you ain't getting.
I'm a salary employee. I don't get paid for Christmas. I don't get paid for no holidays. I got to use my PTO.
That's it.
I just don't clock in.
but y'all, I'm straight. No, I'm exempt. Don't play with me. You gonna want 40 out of me? That's all you getting out of me. And I'm gonna come see you when you want to see me some more. They don't see the thing about me. They've conditioned me not to want overtime because they always want to get off the clock. But then when they want to offer you overtime,
exactly. I was the same way. I was like, y'all was tripping for us getting an hour or two overtime, but now you want to give it to me. Why you think I want it now? I don't even want it now.
Say that for the suckers, because I'm not one of them. You know what I'm saying? You made me condition myself not to have it. So now you tell one of them big boys that's getting that salary, go do it, because I'm not doing it. See, I played the wrong game like that. So, well. All I can say is, if you're smart, maybe you'll have a job where you can get a day off paid. But if you're not, you just better make sure you got enough PTO because, like Devin said, come the holidays, they're gonna come see y'all. And if you try to buy back your PTO, it's gonna be you better have at least 40 in the bank because you ain't getting none of that.
I work from home, so. My extra day is sometimes taking a good nap right in the middle of the day.
I know that's right.
That's a good stuff. Right. All right, man. What we got next? Oh, he's up there. Yes, ma'am. Sir, let us have
Yo, what up? What up, my people? Hey, y'all know who I am. I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. We're getting ready to talk some sports real quick. We're going to get in and out of this thing, but we had a bombshell drop last Tuesday. But before we talk about that, I want to give you an update on the coaching vacancies that were filled today. The Houston Texans hired Lovie Smith to be their new head coach.
Yeah, they
who was their He's their defensive coordinator on last year's staff, and he's also a Texan. If you don't know, Lovie Smith is from East Texas. He's from Big Sandy, right outside Tyler, Texas. So they hired a Texan to be their new head coach. And also, just about an hour ago, the New Orleans Saints hired Dennis Allen as their new head coach, who was their defensive coordinator under Sean Payton. So all 9 of those jobs that were open have been filled. One black man was hired, Lovie Smith. and one multiracial
No.
head coach.
No.
That's what he said he is.
No.
That's what. Hey, brother Brenton.
Player.
That's what he said he is.
That's Rachel Dolezal. That's Pinocchio. I don't care.
Mike
Please.
McDaniel is the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins, who he says he's multiracial. He's the new head coach. So those are two.
I'm 5'4", 115. If that's what that is, that's a lie.
But I'm just saying. Hey,
he on drugs.
I guess when he checked the box on his race, he checks other because they no multiracial box on there. I don't think. It might be. I don't know. I ain't never looked for it. But real quick, we're going to get in and out of this thing. Well, the reason why I'm talking about these coaches, last Tuesday, former head coach of the Miami Dolphins, Brian Flores, who is of Honduras descent, but he's black. He's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn, New York, too, Brother Black. Okay. He filed a lawsuit in New York against the NFL and 3 NFL franchises, the Broncos, the Giants, and the Dolphins, alleging racial discrimination and unfair practices in the interviewing process. What kicked this off was Bill Belichick, who's head coach of the Patriots, who Brian Flores worked under for 10 years. He texts Brian Flores telling him congratulations on getting the job as far as the Giants job. But guess what? Brian Flores, first of all, A, hadn't interviewed with the New York Giants yet, and B, he texted the wrong Brian.
Yep.
He meant to text Brian Daboll, who the Giants hired, but he accidentally texted Brian Flores. I don't think it was an accident. I think Brian Belichick, he knew what he was doing. He was starting some stuff. So anyway, this is where we are now. Brian Flores, obviously, he interviewed for a couple of jobs. He's probably committed coaching suicide, but I applaud him for filing his lawsuits against the NFL and these 3 teams. I just want to get you guys' take. What do you think? You think Brian Flores is done coaching in the NFL? And do you think it was good for him to file his lawsuit?
I'm glad he did it and brought attention to it. I just think he'll never work again. So I hope he gets a lawsuit because they'll never hire him again because now they see him as trouble.
Absolutely.
Right.
Difficult. So, yeah.
And that's my. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Black. What you got?
Well, I was just going to add that my hope for him personally is that he gets some kind of settlement. You know, you going up against a big machine that is a private entity, the good old boys network, and in reality, they can do what they want to do. You know, they're not legislated. You know, but this is sad on a couple of levels for me. To Sister Devin's point, you know, it is probably coaching suicide. You know, and here's the reason why I say it's sad. It's a class action lawsuit.
Right. So anybody can join it, yeah.
But that's where I was going with this, because if you notice, you had a couple of African-American former coaches speak out.
Yeah, Hugh Jackson.
But let's bring that down to the micro level, because I have sued a big company before. I sued Toys R Us. I was the Brian Flores of Toys R Us. Worked for them for several years, and I sued them for racial discrimination based on how they would not promote African-Americans. And I was standing out there on that limb all by my damn self. Because what happens in too many cases, unfortunately, is we will say, fight the man, stand up for your rights. And then the moment you do,
that's right.
You know, and it's very auspicious that this happened right before the Super Bowl. And here's the saddest part, folks. 70% of the NFL is African-American. They have a great opportunity that if they just banded together right now in this moment, just the players, and just remotely threaten to not show up on Super Bowl Sunday, the most watched event on the face of the freaking planet, only thing rivaling it is soccer. If they just whiffed that they might stand together, you actually could probably get some change. But you got Jay-Z on the inside, and I'm not mad with Jay-Z. Get your money, bro. And so they're going to spin this wheel, and come next Sunday, they're going to put on a show of all shows with Dr. Dre and the rest of them. So if you're legislating this in the public, how can they be discriminate? You got all these niggas on TV shaking around and dancing. Come on now.
Hey, you're right, Black. I agree with 100%. And another kicker to this is the Miami Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross. Flores alleged that in 2019 he offered him $100,000 per game to tank. So and now that's messing with the integrity of the game if that's true. So we're gonna see where that goes too. So
Yeah, I'll say this, man. It's very gutsy. Again, what I've learned in my short time on this earth, white people do not like being embarrassed. And that's what this dude is trying to do. But you did it to the NFL. Maybe if you did it to the NBA, that may have worked, but you did it to the Shield. And LeBron and them got their hands in the cookie jar in the NBA.
yeah, because the NBA stars run the league. The NBA
That's
is
right.
totally different. This ran totally different. The black man pretty much runs that league.
That's why I said what I said.
Yeah, NFL.
They have an
it's totally
opportunity.
It's nice, but listen, I just need a good church usher to take Flores and usher him down there to Colin Kaepernick's pew. Have a seat,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. And shout out to my brother Brian Flores. I support him. I support Colin Kaepernick,
Sure.
but I think I think he's committed career suicide. I really
We
do.
get a Netflix special. I'll watch it.
Yeah. So that's been my TFG Sports Minute with your boy Kendrick. Tossing it back to you, brother Brenton.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Man, we are doing good on time, although I ain't paying attention to it, but let's keep it moving. Why? Yeah. Listen, y'all, I enjoyed myself on this crosstalk last week. Now, they were very what's the word? Very anxious and excited and very illuminated about their position. So if you guys don't know, we did a crosstalk with our sister state channel. Great conversation. I'm learning so much tonight, man. Thank you, Willie. Now,
Thank you, Willie. Thanks for joining and
now,
watching.
we take all kinds of stickers, brother. So if you look right there at the bottom, hit that button and it say contribute. I'll take whatever. $99, $199, $299, $199 if you want.
Yeah,
whatever.
We'll take it all.
Appreciate it, brother. I'm glad you stopped by. We got good stuff still left to talk about, man. So stick around. So listen, we had a conversation with our millennial brothers and sisters on our sister channel, and they were very excited about our position. And so I just wanted to offer a 30-second rebuttal for anybody in the family that wanted to rebut anything that they said, and then we'll go on to the next conversation. Did y'all listen to what they had to say about what we was talking about?
I listened to a little bit of it. I did.
Okay.
I
did too.
I was just excited for them because they were so excited. They were acting like that was their first time ever going to the state fair. You would have thought that they had ate them what's some things with the powder on it? The
funnel cakes.
Funnel cakes. Yeah, they were eating. They was happy. They were eating funnel cakes and corny dogs and drinking lemonade. They were so happy.
Listen, what was tripping me out was one of them was taking notes on a notepad, and I don't think he had enough time to talk about all the stuff he wanted to talk about. Lee, they was really interested in your inaccuracy of the
right.
position.
Oh, they really was. Yeah.
I just want to say to y'all, we'll let y'all have the last word with this one, but we're gonna catch up with y'all on this next one. So I wanted to bring up this topic for crosstalk with our millennial brothers and sisters, and I wanted to talk about a topic. There's a new law. Well, it's new to us because I ain't never heard about it, but it's talking about who gets the child. And so basically there's a custody, states are rethinking custody cases. This young couple has served as a test. And so this couple, they've never been married, but they had a child together. And so in Kentucky, they want to pass a 50-50 custody legislation, which would pass, but what it does is it allows not just the maternal parent to automatically get custody, but now they split custody actually 50-50. It says spearheading this drive, the National Parents Organization, a group with roots in the fathers' rights movement that is now focused on children's rights and parental equality in Kentucky. A construction company salesman who believed his own kids benefited from a 50-50 custody arrangement led the charge. So what they do is each parent has to agree. It says equal parenting allows you to where they go to school, where they're going to live. Everything has to be agreed upon by both parents. Now they say this ain't nothing new, but they trying it out, and I'm like, okay, y'all think this gonna fly?
I
think this gonna cause more problems.
I think it can work if both parents are definitely more interested in their child's well-being than their own personal. Because my thing is, if you're gonna do that 50-50, I think both parents gonna have to logistically kind of live close. Because if that child is 50-50 with each parent, I think that'd be tough on parents if one lives out of state and the other doesn't. How are you gonna do 50-50 then? So it would have to be where both parents would definitely have to be on the same page and be willing to work with one another. I think it would be great for the child, but I don't know if that's really feasible. I don't know if that can really work.
I disagree. I love the idea and I love the principle of it. Now you're right. There's some logistical things that they would have to work out in terms of proximity, but think about it from this perspective though, whereas normally the custodial parent, has the custody and the kid only spends 2 weekends out of a year.
Right.
So it just forces them to have to make other arrangements. And now the hardship is not on one person. I love the idea of it. And frankly, it's about damn time that they actually started making it more fair, because, with women in the workforce just as much as men now, the old system is antiquated, and you got just as many good men parents out there as you do women, just as many trifling, no good women who are not the best place for the child, just like trifling as men have been for a lot of years. I'm not picking on anybody. And on my little segment on this crosstalk, I just want to say to my youngsters out there, lambing you guys, I'm going to tell you something that your mom and them know about. A hit dog gonna holler.
Well, before Madam speaks, I want to say this because the problem is there's one caveat to this moment about this test couple that they used, which was they never were married. That's number one. Like for me, if you trying to give 50-50 custody to a couple that's divorcing, that's already going to be a problem, y'all, because they're not divorcing because they like each other. They're divorcing because they got a problem with each other, and they're gonna point the finger at each other about who's doing what, and all of a sudden you mean to tell me that all of a sudden now they gonna be cordial with one another? They're gonna
that's why I go back to say that they definitely have to be on the same page. Because be honest with you, this will probably cost them less money because they wouldn't have to go through the court system. If they can come to an agreement together, they ain't got to deal with the court system and they can work this out. But I agree with what you're saying about.
But I like it because
I like it too.
Whether it's acrimonious or not, it's putting the impetus on what's best for the child in this instance where it should be. I've had several breakups. I've never had a messy breakup. I have no experience whatsoever with breaking my own shit and calling all out of. I don't know what that is. The nasty 50 hoes that I talk about is people I just slept with, not people I broke up with.
I'm not even gonna take
I told some stuff, but we'll talk about that another day. I like it because sometimes you need the court system to be involved to make because there's a lot of times there's always one trash ass parent, right? And sometimes you need the court system to help the trash parent show up. So for you punk fathers who say you want custody of the child to hurt the mother, because that's a lot of times what they do, right? They say, I'm gonna take the kids and I'm gonna
women do it too.
You couldn't tell me what size shoe your child wear, but now because I don't want you all of a sudden know your kid. Your kid been allergic to peanuts their whole life. You try to kill him with Jeff, but you want full custody of your child because you raggedy as hell. But if the judge say we got full custody, right, and it's time to on that Sunday, my black ass gonna be right out there with a backpack and this ragged ass nappy-head kid, and I'm gonna drop him right off with you because the court you said you want them. There you go. It won't be making you show up every other weekend and all that. You know what I'm saying? But the only time that is hurtful is if you got a trash parent and you don't want to drop your kid off at their house because they are garbage. And so then you have to kind of fight. So that's a time where you will have to fight because you know he ain't nothing and you left him for a reason, or you left her for a reason because they are trash. So that's the caveat to it. But y'all know, I think it'll help some of them punk ass parents have to step up and take responsibility.
I'm with you.
Man, y'all tripping. Listen,
I knew Miss Devin. I knew my girl Devin was gonna go in. I knew it. I was waiting for it.
Y'all forgetting about the money issues. Listen. This is.
And what about the
more,
kid? But really, what about the kid? What about the child?
This speaks to me more about a millennial type of generation than it does us going backwards, because they already in that mode. For us, we were trying to filter through, should the parents stay together for the sake of the kids? See, that's different when you're trying to offer that to a baby boomer or people in our generation. You know, we see it differently. Now they already into it because they're not even getting married now, right? So that's already where they
and that's exactly why I think we need this, because you're right. The millennials out there making babies, not responsible. You making babies and your mattress on the floor in your mama's house and you playing video games. Now, our generation, we tend to be more responsible, holding down real jobs. Anyway, so you're right, it's a millennial thing.
Yeah. Now they got 2 mattresses. Put a little mattress, a queen size mattress, queen size mattress, and Julio right there with you, his two animals.
I would say I think this is good. I just don't want to grandfather the old folks in. Please, just don't. You know, just let it.
Okay. I got you. Okay, let this young folks have this.
Because it ain't gonna do right. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this parent's still out here having babies.
We too set in our ways. Like I say, I done tore up some stuff before. Mess over my kids, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Devin, what you tear up, Devin? What you tear up? I want to
know. Don't go down that road.
Don't do it. Okay. Listen, don't give nobody no ideas to do nothing. Because listen, she made it. Y'all may not make it, and I'm just telling y'all, I ain't that dude. So
hey, y'all inbox me, and I can tell y'all what to do when he don't act right. And I can tell you, if you can get to the gas tank with a Snicker, I'll show you what to do with it.
You know what? Let's see. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, man. Let's move on.
Okay.
for our Black History Minute. So listen, y'all. We in the Black History Month, and I would be remiss if I did not at least try to acknowledge our history, right? Because this country won't do a good job at all, and you know, y'all knew how we grew up. They put Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all these different kind of people on the wall, and some of them just knocking. I mean, we didn't know nothing, right?
Right.
So I want to just do 1 minute, and I want to just acknowledge somebody, and most of us may know it, but most of us may not know it in its entirety. Madam C.J. Walker.
Yes.
You know, she was the first self-made millionaire Black woman. Right. But what is so interesting to me is that she it's funny because I want to know what you women think about this. Because I don't think, do y'all still wear perms?
You're not supposed to. They cause brain cancer.
Well, okay, hold on. That's what I'm saying. Okay. But I mean, so was she is that she the real crackhead, ain't she?
She was more responsible for the hot comb, though, right?
Well, yeah, she was more the hot comb. I do know that, but yeah, she made other,
and more
hair accessories.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. But I'm just saying, like, what y'all call that? What, hair crack, right? And you know, we wanted to look like
that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but she was a part of that, and so that she didn't make her money on that hot comb because I remember that thing. But anyway.
Oh yeah, she made some money off that hot comb, brother.
Yeah. So yeah, she did, and I just
had nightmares about that hot comb. She made some money.
That's probably killing some of them cells. That's anyway. I ain't just So to the point, I'm just saying, like, you know, we have a lot to be grateful for, and we have a lot of rich history that we can call upon. I just don't want to get always getting caught up in looking at the bad, because there are people that made it through these rough times. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't ever want us to get to a place where we're always wanting to be the victim. Let's just fight through. Because I respect you when you fight through and you overcome whatever success looks like in your life. And so I just want ladies to know, we always talk about the first African. Listen, we was doing it way back then, you know what I'm saying, and making money. But I just want to know, I just want to know now, we know better. Just, don't put all that stuff in your hair no more, and just, it's gonna come out. It breaks it out, right?
But some of my sisters y'all not equipped to do the natural either. I'm just gonna tell you.
Oh, no, that
very true.
You got to do something. I don't care if it's I don't care if it's juices or berries. It can be juices and berries or something.
No.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
She was a carpet muncher too.
Okay. All right.
That means
I'm just saying. I thought that was just an interesting fact.
That's a heck of a transition.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we up to the best part of the show.
I thought we was this educated.
We was trying to keep it positive, man.
I just thought that was an interesting fact.
Okay. All right.
All right, Brother Black.
She was relaxing your hair and she was relaxing your body. All right, I got it.
Okay.
You know what? I was getting ready to say something, but I'm not getting ready to get us kicked off of YouTube. I was getting ready to say something.
All right.
I meant it as a compliment.
I believe you. Willie said, "Oh well, you can't get them all, bro." Can't get them all.
From that, we'll transition to Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
A rose by any other name will smell just as sweet. Now, that was uttered in Romeo and Juliet. What Juliet was talking about, she didn't really care what his last name was. She was in love with Romeo. And that's a beautiful sentiment. Now, how that applies to today, I end up seeing a snippet from a podcast show with AJ Johnson. In case you guys don't know who she is, actress who was in House Party. That's the most famous scene she was on that I know of.
Baby boy. She was the mother.
Baby boy.
Yeah.
And they were having a conversation about threesomes. And the Julia Ye, whatever her name is, from the morning show, she brought up a conversation. She said, do you ever think it would come a time when it becomes normalized, basically, I'm paraphrasing, with threesomes, when we tend to think of threesomes, we tend to think of a man getting it on with two women. She said about, normalized when women. And AJ Johnson says, I did it. For my 50th birthday, she mentioned she was in, I think, Spain or France or somewhere, and she had two men. And she told the story of how beautiful it was, how they pretty much handled her with so much care. They took their time with her. It was just beautiful. It's like three beautiful friends, and they ate breakfast, and then they even did it again. And you saw that the Pollyanna moment where the women just, they gazed, and they thought it was just beautiful and everything. And so why did I bring that up? Because when we do it, it's nasty and filthy, and we know good, and we sexist and every kind of thing. What I noticed about this world, and I love you ladies, I wouldn't have it any other way, but y'all have a beautiful way of just Pollyanna and everything. When Jada Pinkett sleeps with somebody underage, she's a cougar. When them two nasty, filthy, no goods grind on stage, they whopping themselves against, it's just as sexy as can be. And a 50-year-old woman being passed around, it just was so beautiful. Now, when my 50-year-old fat ass do it, I'm a low-down dirty dog. So I just want y'all to remember that a rose by any other name, it still smells just as sweet.
Oh, man.
The woman was with was called running a train. Is it not that no more?
When we do it, but when they was with her, they shared her. It was beautiful.
Oh.
And they touched her so calmingly. But yeah, that's what I believe.
It's not a gangbang anymore.
No,
you know what?
No.
Okay, all right. Listen, nobody want to hear about your past videos underneath your bed. Listen, y'all. I listen. That sounds like an Outkast song. So listen. Thank you, sir, for that input. I wouldn't say that was news we really couldn't use, but
I thought it was interesting.
It's Valentine's month, so I guess it's all right. Listen. I just want to let y'all know, man, we've had a fantastic show this morning. I want to let y'all know this also. Next week, we're going to be it's Valentine's Day, and so we're going to have a Valentine's expert come on. It's going to be a surprise, and we're going to have some conversation. you know. So y'all be
Oh,
careful. Yeah. So y'all sit down and
all right.
enjoy yourself. And
yeah. Matter of fact, next Monday is Valentine's Day, right?
it is Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
Oh, okay,
Y'all-
yeah.
y'all ain't busy,
I'll
are
be
you?
free. I believe me. I'll be free. I ain't got nothing to do.
Madam, you gonna get you late? Well, I ain't gonna put you on the spot. All right. Just don't. Hey, player, just don't get her no Snickers. All right. Just help me
Yeah.
out with that homework.
So
Yeah,
now you
yeah.
can't really do that no more because it's too hard to get into the gas tanks unless you got the key.
Oh, well, you know what?
Well,
Thank you.
Well,
to
still
all the
don't
auto
get Devin
manufacturers.
don't get her no Snickers. I don't give a damn if it's still got to get a key.
You can as long as it's less than 100 degrees outside. It's got to be really hot.
You really got it. You really
Okay.
studied this, didn't you?
Kendrick,
I'm trying
all
to tell you.
Thank y'all so much. Kendrick, give us your final thoughts, please, so we can take this somewhere we ain't got no business.
I'm just Devin got me thrown off about this Snicker in the gas tank. I really want to know more about that.
No, man, leave it alone.
No.
Oh,
Leave it
man.
alone. Well,
Okay.
we almost made it through without her cursing. Didn't make it through, so we have to try again next Monday. With Devin not cursing. We know Brother Black. Actually, he didn't curse this episode.
Yeah,
I'm proud
did.
of you, Brother Black.
Yes, he did. I
I
wasn't
did.
alone.
I did.
Oh, you did. All right. Well, never mind. I was gonna give you a star. Man, my final thoughts. Hey, this has been a great show. We started off a little rocky. Our main host was a little late. His car wouldn't start.
Yeah.
But we got it started and we got it going. And I hope
Yep.
that we entertain you guys, we enlighten you, we educated you on everything. Because let me tell you, this is the best morning show on social network. So keep coming back every Monday at 8:00, and you can see this beautiful morning show crew. And I'm doing this. I did a shameless plug for my final thoughts, and I don't care, and I'm gonna do it again. So that's my final thoughts.
Willie, hold on, Willie, don't leave yet. I got something to tell you. I'm gonna show you something. Gonna make your day. Hold on, don't leave. I do my final thoughts a little different than everybody else. So hold on 1 second, Willie, don't leave. Sir. Final thoughts, Brother Black. What you got, man?
I'm an echo, Brother Kenny. This is entertainment with a little bit of not a lot of education, a little bit of entertainment. Let me say that. You know, I want you guys out there, the viewers. This is the best show. It really is. It's refreshing to my soul when you worked a long, hard day and come see good people and have great conversation. So I hope you guys are getting as much out of it as we do. We have a good time. Fun. Don't take stuff I say too seriously, but I hope through all of some of the laugh and the foolishness, you get something out of it too, because we hope we're making you aware of what's going on in our community, in our little world.
Yep. And listen, he is the black version of the most interesting man in the world.
He really is.
Just don't ask him to pan to his bedroom, because ain't no telling who's sitting on that bed right now. But all right, Devin, ma'am, thank you so much. I enjoyed your segment, ma'am. I can't wait to check it out again next week. Talk to us. What's your final thoughts?
I actually just want to thank you guys for, being you. I really appreciate you, brothers. You know what I'm saying? All of you are very just well educated, very mature. Not the trash dudes that I've always encountered in life. You know what I'm saying? And and I don't know you in your personal life, so you could be going to school, but you don't appear that way, on this segment. And I just want to say that y'all are appreciated, and I love the light, the positive light that we're shining on Black men, because I want to normalize that. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to normalize that, the positivity of Black men and growth and education and not being a certain way and wanting to take care of your kids and wanting to be respectful and wanting to work and wanting to be I just love the light that we're shining on that. And I hope, our fellow millennials, continue to that forward. And thank you, Candy.
Thank you, Candace.
Thank you, Willie, as well.
I know that's Kennard. I know that's a lie. I know that's Kennard.
Thank you, fam. Appreciate you.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that so much.
We appreciate that, Devin.
Or you finished? I'm sorry, cut you off.
I am finished.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Taylor, put everybody to the side for me, please, if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. Willie, Candy Shop, shout out to you. Thank you, Lamb Levity, Shantae, Brittany, and all of you all that's been on here. Like I said, y'all lurking around here, but that's all right. I appreciate all of y'all for being on with us this morning. So listen here. Yeah, he said we need a little laughter. Yes, sir, we do, man, because there's a lot that we can cry about, right? But this is what I want to say. This journey we call life. You guys think you're doing a good job traveling life, this marathon of a journey? Y'all think you're doing all right? Y'all got a good pace going?
I got a couple of speed bumps right now, but I'm all right. I'm all right.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said speed bumps, because I'm going to tell you something about life's journey. There's one thing that I will never have respect for you in your journey in life if you've never encountered this.
I don't feel bad. Monkey suits. Monkey do.
If you ain't never had a white woman get in your way while you trying to get to your destination, you ain't experienced life yet. Your life ain't been through nothing yet. If you ain't had a Karen that ain't never gave you a little trouble on your way to your destination, you ain't been through nothing yet, homeboy, homegirl. Y'all ain't been through nothing. I ain't got no respect for you. Until you get that Karen in your life, that's gonna make a little trouble for you on your way to your destination. Yes, sir. Y'all done had some Karens, ain't you? That's why I got respect for all y'all journey. Yeah, and listen, and you see how she did you too. Got right all in your way. Put you on your butt. Yes, she did. Listen, y'all.
Wow.
That's Black, that's Devin, and that's Kendrick, and we 6 minutes over, but we out of here. We see y'all later.
Peace.